probability is greater than 0.5. Yes or no? So whenever you apply sigmoid function, the value ranges between 0 to 1. Am I right? Whenever you apply a sigmoid function, the value ranges from 0 to 1. Yes or no? Yes. So let's suppose this is now this is my y test. So whenever I pass the values, I'll get the ranges between 0 to 1. So for the first instance, I'll take it as greater than 0.5, greater than 0.2, or greater than 0.2, or greater than 0.6. So these are the thresholds that I'll take. So I have y test as 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, and 0. My model predicted with sigmoid function as something like 0 0.4, 0 0.5, 0 0.6, 0 0.1, 0 0.2, 0 0.5, 0 0.6, 0 0.7. Okay. So these are the values that my model predicted. Let's suppose. Okay. Now, after you apply this threshold, after you apply this threshold, what is the threshold here? It is greater than 0.5. Yes or no? So if suppose that is greater than 0.5, where am I supposed to put 1? So 0.6 is greater than 0.5. So this becomes 1. This becomes 0. This becomes 0. This becomes 0. This becomes 0. This becomes 1. This becomes 1. Yes or no? Now the next threshold is greater than 0.2. So 0.4 is greater than 0.2. So that's the reason it becomes 1. It becomes 1. It becomes 1. It becomes 0. It becomes 0. It becomes 1. It becomes 1. Now here this becomes 0 because 0.4 is less than 0.6. This also 0. This also 0. So this also 0. This is 0. This is 0. This is 1. Yes? Yes? Did you understand? Now, confusion matrix between this one and threshold. That becomes CM1. Confusion matrix between y test and this threshold. This becomes CM2. Confusion matrix between this one and this one. This becomes CM3. So for this, you get TPR as well as FPR. For this, you get TPR as well as FPR. For this, you get TPR as well as FPR. Now plot the graph. Now plot the graph. So for one TPR, you will get a point somewhere here. Let's suppose for another TPR and FPR, you will get another point like this. For another TPR or FPR, you'll get another point like this. Now, if you join these points, then you get a AUC ROC curve. So that's how we got our curve like this. We got our curve like this. So if you want to check that TPR, you'll have three values. Sorry, it's not defined because I didn't execute that. So that is KTPR, right? So how many values we have? 0, 0 0.15, 1. FTPR, KFPR, you got 0, 0 0.3 and 1. Now plot the graph. 0 and 0 is starting here. 0 0.15 and 0 0.03. So 0 0.15 and 0 0.15 and 0 0.03. Now at the last, 1 and 1. So if you join the curve, this is how it will be. So did you understand how we got this curve? Did you understand this, or should I explain you again? Guys, whenever Ramohan, just check whether the recording option has been uh, given to the participants as well. Some who stopped it? Someone stopped the recording. Guys, another humble request. Whenever you are getting any doubt, please raise your hand and tell again. Because after completion of whole the topic, again if I want to repeat it from the first, it will be a very hectic task for me. It will be a very hectic task. So if you're not understanding, please do raise your hand. Please, because I cannot repeat it again from the first, right? Threshold is considered just some basic threshold. That's it. I can consider it as 0.2, 0.5, 0.6. It's our wish. It's not like it is having any criteria or so. So again, now I'll again explain this. Please tell me first itself when you don't understand. Do not wait until the topic is completed. Please do not wait until the topic is completed. Did you understand till here? True, positive, false, negative, and all? How do you calculate TPR, FPR, and plotting the graph between TPR and FPR? Did you understand till there? Yes. So only this thresholding and something you didn't understand, right? Again, I'm telling you. So first of all, in yesterday's class, I have calculated my confusion matrix. Yes or no? I have calculated my confusion matrix. So after calculating the confusion matrix, I got the values like this. All right. Now let's calculate TPR and FPR. So what is the formula of TPR? True positive 1157 divided by 1157 plus 166, because this is false negative, right? It goes around 0.97, right? Now coming to this FP, false positive. So false positive is nothing but 47, right? 47 divided by 47 plus 30. So somewhat you got. So this is 0.87. You guys itself told it's 0.97, right? Yeah. So 0.7 and 0.61. Right? Fine. This is very well. This is good. Now, if I plot a graph here, if I plot a graph between TPR and FPR, TPR, FPR. So what is FPR here? 0.61. Let's suppose the 0.61 is here. Now what is TPR? 0.87. Sorry, 0.61 is here. Let's suppose. Zero point 0.6 is here. 0.8 is here. Okay. So whenever I plot, I get a point over here. Yes. But if you see here, how am I getting a curve like this? This is purely based on threshold. So whenever you see the code, calculate KFPR, TPR based on the thresholds given. So let's see what are the values of thresholds and all. Here the algorithm has taken as 210. Okay. But I'll take some other different things so that you'll understand it in a proper way. All right. So for threshold 2, what is KPR and TPR? It is 0 and 0. For threshold 1, the KPR and TPR are 1.5, 0.03. For 0 threshold, the KPR is 1, KTPR is 1, and KFPR is 1. So whenever you plot this 0 and 0, you got a point here. 0 and 0, you got a point here. 0.15, 0.03, you got a plot here. And then 1 and 1, you got a plot at the back, at the top. Now if you join, it became like this. Right? Now did you understand? Did you understand this or not? Guys, did you understand this or not? Yes. So now, how is this calculated and all? I'll just tell you now. All right. Now, what I am doing is, I hope everyone understood the concept of logistic regression. Yes or no? So first what we do some sort of regression. Y is equal to mx plus c. You get a value. Do not draw anything and annotate anything, guys. Please. So first in the linear regression also, you'll get y is equal to mx plus c. And you get a value of y is equal to something like 9256. Okay. So now what you're doing, you're applying it to a formula which is 1 by 1 plus e power minus 9265. Okay. So this will be giving the answer in the range of 0 to 1. So it could be 0.3 or 0.5 or 0.7 or 0.8 or 0.9 or anything. So for this, in order to tell whether this is yes or no, what I took some threshold as greater than 0.5. If suppose this value is above 0.5, like 0.9 and so, then I make it as 1. Otherwise, I make it as 0, right? So did you understand this concept now? Did you understand this concept now? Did you understand this concept now? Yes. Now, I am taking 3 thresholds like that. Okay. So, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 observations. Okay. Now, my algorithm has predicted as 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.1, 0.2, 0.6, 0.7, something like that. Let's suppose. So first what I'm taking, I'm considering the threshold as 0.5, I'm considering the threshold as 0.2, and I'm considering the threshold as 0.6. So whenever I consider this, as 0.4 is not greater than 0.5, it became 0. So all the values which are less than 0.5 will be 0, and which are greater than 0.5 will be 1. In the same way, I'm considering the threshold as 0.2 itself. In the same way, I'm considering the threshold as 0.6 itself. Okay. So whenever I consider the threshold, now my values are like 0, something like this. Did you understand this now? Did you understand this, or should I repeat it again? Did you understand this now? Yes. Now, yeah. Now, what is the next step? Calculate the CM. Confusion matrix 1, confusion matrix 2, confusion matrix 3. So confusion matrix 1 is between threshold 0.5 and y test. So here you will get one FPR and TPR. CM2 is nothing but the confusion matrix between threshold 0.2 and y test. So again, you will be getting FPR and TPR. Again for 0.6, you will be getting FPR and TPR. Right? Now, so you get all the values. Now, if you plot the graph, this is how it will be, right? Now, the same thing has happened here. So I have taken 3 thresholds. The machine learning algorithm has taken 3 thresholds. So for those 3 thresholds, 3 FPRs and 3 TPRs have been calculated. Those 3 points are plotted on the graph to get the plot. Have you seen this? Now did you understand this? Now did you understand how we got this curve? And a task for you. I have taken here as 0.5, 0.2, 0.6. Fine. But why my machine learning model has taken the threshold as 2, 1, and 0? That is your task. You have to research about it and tell me. Here I am taking the threshold values as 0.5, 0.2, and 0.6. But why my model or my program is taking threshold as 2 and 1, 2, 1 and 0? That is your task. Understood, guys? These are all about the evaluation metrics for regression algorithm as well as classification algorithm. Any doubts now?